certain agricultural allocations. But they are not investigating the Igbos who never supported the Muslim tickets. Today they have money, they have food, they are not complaining. So the bottom line is that a lot of them in his mosque there, they were all saying, yeah, like they agreed with him. I don't know how long it's going to probably take them before they begin to attack, the Igbos in northern Nigeria. Sure, you get. It's not new. I think the Igbos who live in northern part of Nigeria have always been there enough that, many of them have been there for years. They have witnessed all kinds of uprisings and attack on them, but they still didn't leave and probably won't leave. So when you see incitement and why an average person, an average person is just going to personally just say, I hate the Igbos or I hate the Yorubas. Go and look at the people that are preaching to them and what they are saying to them every Friday in that large gathering. When they promoted their Muslim ticket, the Mumu ticket, I thought it was meant to kind of make life better for all of us. So if you stood by a Muslim ticket and it's now biting everybody, how about you take responsibility? The Igbos are business people, Abi. And I think somebody said that on this platform before, that it is such a stupid thing for anyone who is not an Igbo person or even an Igbo person to say, all of us are going to suffer it. You are just so stupid enough to not see that if your government increases the price, for example, as they increase the price of petroleum, PMS, an Igbo man will transport his goods, Sabi. Same way as they increase the tariff, import tariff. The Igbo man is a marketer, is a seller, is a trader. So whatever is going to sell to you, every cost of bringing that thing to you will be added to the cost of what you are buying. You are going to pay for it. You can't really punish an Igbo man in Nigeria. Economically, it is impossible. So some of them even said, I have seen where the Ronukus have said that there is a research that, things are very expensive in Nigeria. Cost of living crisis. But if you go to the eastern part of Nigeria, it is not as expensive as other. It should be. The fact that they do not have seaport, they do not have international airports to bring anything in per se. They do not control your custom. Or what is that? Yeah, they do not. So everybody that is charging them, when you go to Igbo land, right, you will see like hundreds of roadblocks where people who are bringing stuff from other part of Nigeria to the eastern part of Nigeria. You will see that a lot of roadblocks that are charging them, taking bribes from them. All of these are supposed to be added to the final produce. Abi? But things are still kind of cheaper in the east. Because now the rest of us go pay. The rest of us are going to pay. We have been paying. And the people who are making the policies, making the decisions, even if they probably have a mind to punish the Igbos in Nigeria, indirectly, they are actually punishing themselves, in my own opinion. If an Igbo man says, the amount I used to spend to clear 10, 40-foot container is what I'm now spending to clear just 2, he won't still be out of business. To him, it's just a moment. It's just a time, probably a phase. And if he remains permanently this way, now una go pay. The worst case scenario, Abi, he won't need to buy 10 containers, to import 10 containers. He will import 2. And use the money he normally used for importing 10 containers or clearing 10 containers. It will use that to clear 2. Then it will put the cost of 10 containers on 2. So which means you will pay times 10 of what you normally should have gotten cheaper. You will pay. I remember when Shittiman said they were going to case the Igbos out of a business. They were going to build, drug manufacturing companies. They are going to build cold room, this and that. It's been 9 years now. They haven't built any cold room in Kano. They have not built any drug manufacturing companies that will bring the cost of medicine, drugs, right, down. In northern Nigeria alone, talk less of another part of Nigeria, and let the Igbos pay more. He said it in that audio. He said the Igbos will make sure that Igbos pay more. But they've not been able to do that. Rather than the Igbos to pay more in Nigeria, now they pay more through your noses. And right now, the Muslim ticket has now turned to a curse, a total ruin and destruction. And with this guy is still there with his Igbophobia, inciting their Muslim listeners. And he said something in there when he said the government is investigating them for diverting agricultural allocation. What does that even mean? So it simply means that, by the way, do you know that when Buhari was the president of Nigeria, the World Bank visited, and they wanted, this is not loan, no, they wanted to give, what do you call that thing, aid to Nigeria. So they said they came with, I think, 180 million or thereabouts. It was meant to be aid. This is not loan, no, it wasn't loan. And Buhari called them and said, whatever they want to do for Nigeria, in the, any aids they want to give to Nigeria, they want them to give it to the northern Nigeria, because northern Nigeria is poorer, is the poorest, is the place that needed more support. World Bank, he told them, go and Google that right now, Google it. What Buhari told World Bank. Yeah, he said every aid coming to Nigeria should be diverted to northern Nigeria, because that's where the poverty is. After 8 years of Buhari, this is what happened to northern Nigeria. After 8 years of Buhari, more people were killed in the north. More terrorist groups rose. More people were kidnapped. More people were displaced from their homes and their lands in northern Nigeria. And northern Nigeria became even poorer. I know the whole Nigeria became poorer after 8 years of Buhari, but guess what? The poverty in northern Nigeria skyrocketed. It became multi-dimensional when Buhari was there. Buhari, Pastor Ruga. You remember now, they said that Buhari will be fighting physical war with the terrorists. Pastor Ruga will be fighting spiritual war with the terrorists. Last, when the two of them were done, Nigeria was already in the hole to be buried. Then these criminals started promoting Muslim this, Muslim that. It was filled with hate, with hatred. It wasn't like saying, okay, Muslim is good, Islamic is great, let us support. No. It was filled with hatred. Anybody against it, right, is our enemy. Is committing blasphemy. We must make sure that, no joke, people were being threatened. That if to say Mahmoud Yakubu announced, for example, Peter Obi as the winner, they will kill thousands of people. They did it in 2011. They did. 847 or so people were slaughtered across the Sharia north because Buhari lost to an infidel, Jonathan. It's on record. Go and Google it, search for it. Today, the same Arewa miscreants, Alimajiris, who now have Shinko phones, Alimajiris on social media, who can now type in English. Some of them who got, the They are now typing, the North remembers. The North does not remember anything. They are now typing it on social media. The North remember. All this our suffering. The Southern Nigeria is not saying anything. A Yoruba man, he's not a Yoruba man, he's a Muslim. Muslim. That is what you sold yourselves in Northern Nigeria. If they had declared Peter Obi, oh dear. No joke. They would have killed thousands. Because this guy is like a jingiri, actually told people that they must do everything. Do you think that it was only in Lagos that they were scaring the Igbos away? In Northern Nigeria, they were not just scaring not about the Igbos, so the infidels, the unbelievers. Don't come closer to the polo. If you come, we'll go kill you. But because majority of us have focused more on what was going on in the South, do you not notice that their usual the Kardashians in all those Kardashian states, Katsina, Kano, Kaduna, they usually come up with 5 million votes, 6 million, 4 million. The Kardashians, they could not deliver their usual Kardashian vote this time around. Why? Because a lot of people were actually really scared away, and it was meant to be written. And that's what they did. So today, Jingiri and his likes are not taking responsibility to say, "Oh, we don't misfire." So they are grooming the people. They are grooming them, against the next one. Whatever you are going through right now, we want you to know that now the enemies of Muslim ticket, they are the ones making Nigeria ungovernable for Tifnumbu. They are the ones who are just so that you will hate Muslim. He's been saying that every Friday. But it's just that they won't go viral. His videos won't go viral until when he had the Unyamiri, the main target. The Unyamiris, the Igbos are the main target, the easy target. Tifnumbu's policies have impoverished the people. The Northerners, the Southerners. These rogues are looting left, right, and center. The state governors are looting like money is going out of fashion. These clerics are unable to say the truth to them, but they are always looking for the easy target. The easy target. Here you get. And that's what they are doing right now. Grooming their people. The only time they will probably turn on us, the Yorubas, like Asari tried to do, is when Tifnumbu failed to pay them. If Tifnumbu failed to pay them, they will turn on the Yorubas too. Yariba, the Yaribas are the ones who are doing. They will turn on us, because that's what they call us in the North. Yariba, the Yaribawas. All of this using religion to spread hate and hatred by people who are actually feeding off the palm of politicians. They are watching their people scrapping the whatever it is, the dump site to feed, robbing any truck that they can find just because they want to feed. They are not coming back to say, "Omo, we regret this. So these people have disappointed us, they have failed us." It was the guy who told the youth that the youth should gather themselves and go after terrorists, since Nigeria can't go after them. He can't tell the government to go after terrorists. Now the youth should go after them.
Nakira, ka kowane gari aje a shirya matasa akalla su kai 500 su fita a rarraba su hanyoyi su je su kamo yan kidnapper, su kamo bandit. Da karfin Allah za ku yi, ko samarinmu banza ne. Shugaban sojojin Najeriya, da Allah samarinka su je su tare mana ƙasarmu da ƙarfin Ubangiji. Allah ya baka soja, Allah ya baka kyakkyawar magana, ka ce baka cikin masu kullawa Najeriya sharri. Sojojin Najeriya Allah ya muku albarka, yan sandan Najeriya Allah ya muku albarka, mu masu wa'azi Allah ya mana albarka, Allah ya zauna da ƙasarmu lafiya. a je a kamo mabarnata, ku bi dukkan layuka, kar ku kwanta, kar su yi kar ku.
It was the same guy who told them in August that after they gave him money, Tifnumbu actually mobilized money and they paid these guys to go and tell their people that the end bad governance in Nigeria slated for August was being organized by the Igbos. I think we did a piece on that around that time. People who are spreading hatred using religion, and the government, because the government of APC, Egbekegbe, enjoys this kind of division, these divisive rhetorics. That's why somebody like him is still walking about. That is why. Then you have the police who are also helping them to spread the other lies too. I found a video where Muiwa Adejobi or whatever his useless name is was telling people that, yeah, people were complaining about hardship. People were, but some of you don't know that over 80 billion naira was shared to destabilize Nigeria using the end bad governance, but he couldn't present any evidence of that. You would expect that if a police officer comes around and say, oh, some people were trying to destabilize Nigeria. We found out that they spent 80 billion. Maybe you would expect them to present the evidence. But no. No evidence. Listen.
Let me use the case of the end bad governance as a case study now. We always get information. We always have intelligence. And I made a statement on behalf of the IGP that we got intelligence that this will come, foreign mercenaries will come, the same will be hijacked. People always think, it's because of trust deficit. People always think we lie when we say certain things. You cannot claim to be more of a Catholic than the Pope. We have seen it, it's our own job. You go out, you do this, you defend your people, journalists write reports, medical doctors go, they carry out operations, procedures in the hospitals. Our own job is to analyze intelligence. Today alone, I've received more than 10 intelligence that they've sent to me. Either from DSS, from our own intelligence department, or from DIA, all of them will send intelligence, and we process intelligence. We have a common hub, we have a common center, vision center, in the office of the NSA that will analyze things every day. Mr. Shulabi is part of some of these things. He is aware because he always comes as an ambassador to come and see certain things. Before I made a statement on the case of the invasion of the NSC, I was in the NSC office and they showed me the case file that a particular man, that man will declare wanted, that Andrew has done this, has done this, has done that. We went to the second floor of the NSC building. We actually struck. It's when we struck that even we were aware that NSC was not even control of that building. It is named Labour House, it's NSC building, but the NSC is still, I think somebody is still managing the building for them. So apparently the NSC president is not even aware of all his tenants. Before somebody got a job and was operating from here, somebody that had been fingered in crises across about 7, 8, 9 countries across the world, particularly African countries. I told them that we're going to reveal certain things, but I think it's good for us when we get to court. Let's push all those evidence before the judge, not to be in the media for now. But we have content, and you notice that we kept on saying that we have credible evidence to nail them and to prosecute them. You people are trying to just protest, to express your feelings, tell the government how you feel. Why people are actually trying to capitalize on that and get money, and they actually got money. They're talking of $9 billion. Even you as you are seated, I'm sure you are not aware, probably because of that protest alone, people realize $1 billion and they actually disburse the money to cause chaos in Nigeria, not only in Nigeria. We intercepted certain things, conversations that people were planted. You notice that in Kano, it is not a protest, violent streets. Because the person they gave money in Kano was to make sure there is bloodbath, not to even protest. In Maraba Yanya, 1 minute or 1 hour into the protest, they started burning stations, attacking, and marching inward. What guns do you have that you want to go and face a bunch of virus and be stoning them? Somebody is carrying AK, you are carrying bottle. You should know it for a purpose.
It is smoke Igbo.
When a police officer is comfortably passing on false information with confidence, no evidence, no nothing, it sort of irritates more than, I mean, I don't know how to describe how it makes people like us feel. In Nigeria, if you gather 4 people, 5 people, and you say, we no go agree, or we no go agree, Tifnumbu must go, Tifnumbu must go, they will arrest you. And guess what they will charge you for? Not public disturbance or public disorderliness. They will charge you for treason. They will say you are trying to overthrow Tifnumbu. 4 people, 5 people. They will begin to say that your intention is to go and bomb station. They will say, you are throwing stones at police officers. They will make, in fact, they can gather guns and say, these are the guns that you have already acquired. Very dishonest people. People where they gather intelligence about protesters, they couldn't gather intelligence about the Fulani terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists, and all other terrorists operating in that contraption. They couldn't. Their intelligence doesn't work for that. Their intelligence always works for protests. Because to them, if by any means protests should break out and tens of thousands of people should come out, that may be the end of this whole madness in that contraption. So that is why they have now criminalized civil protest, civil disobedience. Baba, now you go get to a station, they go tell you, say, we have evidence. You want to overthrow government. You be like, no, overthrow. No, we are just protesting. We have seen all your sponsor. The phone call you receive from Russia, all the people sponsoring you from UK, all of these people, we have evidence. You are going to jail. I'll be like, what? No, sir, no, sir. Say, you don't know. You are in big trouble. And if they charge you for treason in Nigeria, normal, na death sentence. So if you want to go and protest, and you know that if they catch you, they will charge you for treason, death sentence. And these guys, they are going to get to a stage where they're going to kill people. Yeah, they will kill people to serve as a deterrent to others. Here you get and say, what happened to the people they arrested for protests? They say, they don't kill them. Oh, the judge found them guilty of treason. Treason with flag and placard. They don't kill them. Oh, okay, well, they like in North Korea. But they will never find intelligence reports on the Fulani terrorists. Never. They don't have any intelligence reports. NIA, CIA, DIA, MIA, MTN, Econet, all these people, DSS, they know they get intelligence reports on the Boko Haram terrorists that are murdering, killing soldiers. So then they kill them like chicken. There is no report on them. There is no intelligence report on them. It is only the protesters. The moment you say you want protest like this, so intelligence report. Intelligence report. We process it. We process everything. 9 billion naira. And this money, they move money to Baba. Terrorism industry in Nigeria is a multi-billion dollars industry as we speak. Terrorists, they collect ransom through bank. But there is no intelligence report that can get them. That weary, that Adejobi or whatever is the Muyiwa, that's what they do.